shook. Big shook.
We're live.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the big Week 3 Game of the Week matchup in the Juice League between the 1-1 Cincinnati Bengals and the 1-1 Carolina Panthers. Live from Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte, North Carolina. The Panthers will kick off to the Bengals to begin our game. This is a new vamped Carolina defense. They go out, they make trades. They bring in Dante Poe. They also brought in Khalil Mack to go along with Keithley. That's going to be a tough tandem for any team to get by. Here we go. We're underway. Bengals bringing it up quickly. Oh, and just like that, they got a lot of room. Pulled down and tied into the 42-yard line to take over. A big return right off the bat by Curtis Samuel from Ohio State. The Ohio crowd goes crazy. And here come the Bengals. Bengals, of course, led by the Red Rocket, Andy Dalton. And sometimes Dalton has it going, and other times he doesn't. In the backfield, they have second-year phenom Joe Mixon. He's got quickness, but he's going to have to be really quick to get by this defense. I mean, when you partner Khalil Mack with Luke Kuechly, I mean, that's just trouble all the way around. But Mixon's able to take the pitch and pick up 3 yards on first down, brings up a second down and 7. It'll be interesting to see where Cincinnati tries to attack this defense. They also have another scat back in Giovanni Bernard. But here's Mixon again. He's going to keep it. He's going to pick up just a couple more yards, bring up third down and 5. So far through 2 plays, you got half of your first down. And now here's your big third down, first big play of the game. And after Samuel got the good field position for him, let's see if they're able to capitalize. Ball's outside of the 50-yard line as it's at the 47-yard line. Andy Dalton has had good success in some years and in other years not so well. They come out with 3 wides and a tight end. Boyd going in motion right now. They fake it, and Dalton is going to be sacked, and it's going to be Julius Peppers. Welcome back to Carolina, Julius Peppers. Peppers says, if I'm going to make a Super Bowl run, I want to do it with the team that gave me my first opportunity. And so big time sack there. And the Bengals were forced to punt after they got the great field position. This is hammered. And it'll be down inside the end zone. And the Panthers will come out and take over for the first time today, being led by, of course, Superman, Cam Newton. Cam was an MVP 2 years ago, and then just he went to hell in a handbasket the last few years. Well, let's see what Cam can do. He's got the Panthers right now 1-1. They'll take over the 20-yard line. And, of course, the Panthers gave up Christian McCaffrey to acquire Khalil Mack. And so that means they have beast mode, Marshawn Lynch. And he quickly goes down. It looks like Burfitt says, I'm not too impressed with what you got. And he picks up his first tackle of the day. And it's such a strange trade. I mean, that's the only way I can look at it. I mean, you give up on superstar Christian McCaffrey, but you pick up Khalil Mack, who obviously wasn't happy in Oakland. And a lot of teams have been inquiring him. And the Panthers finally say, hey, you know what? We'll pull Christian McCaffrey. You give us the beast mode, and we'll go from there. So here's Cam now in the shotgun after the 1-yard loss. Brings up second down and 11. Newton with some fun weapons, but he's going to give it off. And it is going to be C.J. Anderson, the former Broncos running back, and he's going to get no gain. And it brings up third down and 11. So far, 2 plays, -1 yards, and the Bengals have the Panthers in good position right here to maybe get the football right back and maybe have a good chance for good field position. The Bengals are needing this win because right now the Pittsburgh Steelers are looking really, really good so far through 3 weeks. Had a perfect 3-0 season so far for the Steelers, being led by Mason Rudolph. So here's Cam. Cam dropping back, and he quickly gets it out, and that's not going to get anywhere near what they needed to get done. So another loss on the play, and just like that, a quick 3-and-out. DJ Moore catches his first pass of the day, and it's said a 2-yard loss, but it can only be a yard loss if it went from 4th and 11 to 4th and 12. Am I right? So here's the punt, and it is angling, and here's Samuel again. He had a great kick return. He makes the first guy miss, and then he's going to be tackled. So brought down early, but again, the 42-yard line. So field position so far has been all Bengals. However, they couldn't get anything going as they were unable to get a first down on their opening drive as well. And so here we are with 3:06 to go in the first quarter. Andy Dalton bringing the Bengals back out again. Dalton gives to Mixon. Mixon is fighting through, and he's going to get 5 yards on first down, and that's a great carry right there. And so far, you can see that they want to get the run game going. They want to get Mixon going. Joe Mixon, he's one of those, he's a one-cut back. He makes that cut, it could be off to the races. And so far, the Panthers are able to contain him for the most part. But second down and 5, so it opens up the playbook whenever you get half of it on one play. And here we go to Mixon again, and he quickly is thrown down in the backfield. 4 carries so far, 7 yards. The Panthers not fooled by that one at all. Dontari Poe was in there to interrupt. And I don't know who finished them off, but I know Dontari was there. And it brings up a big 3rd down and 8. So again, you get the ball at the 42. Last time they got it at the 47. But so far, the inability to do anything offensively so far for either team. Dalton talking to Ross. He says, hey, maybe I'll get you going here in a second. Of course, I mean, they have a prolific offense with A.J. Green, John Ross, Tyler Eifert. They also have Cross. They do have Mixon. They have Bernard. I mean, so a good offensive squad for Cincinnati. But right now, struggling against the Carolina defense that we talked about was going to be strong by Eddie Mack and already having Kuechly. And here's the throw over the middle. It's caught. It's Ross, and he's a burner. And it's a big-time game right there. Dalton finally completes. It's his first pass of the day, and it's his first completion of the day. He goes for 19 yards and a big-time catch right there by John Ross, and he used his speed right as soon as he made the catch, and that helped him get probably 7 extra yards. I mean, he's a burner, no doubt about it. So with 1:20 to go in the first quarter, the Bengals are on the move. They're at the Carolina 37-yard line. Dalton brings him up from the 37, 2-back set. Mixon and Bernard both in the backfield. Dalton looking, firing, and he's got Ross again. And so all of a sudden, John Ross coming alive here. That's another big gainer. And they put themselves at the 21-yard line, so they're just outside of what is technically the red zone area. So right now, the Bengals on the move. They've moved to the 21. We're down to 40 seconds to go in the first quarter of a scoreless game. Dalton with the pitch. Mixon's got some room. He is hammered. But holds on to the ball. So a 6-yard gain there as TJ Ward says, I had to make that hit. If Ward would have whiffed on that, Mixon walks into the end zone. But Ward's a short tackler, and he threw a hammering hit that sent Mixon to the ground. But a 6-yard gain. Bengals moving it nicely on this drive. Just 12 seconds to go in the first quarter. Ball at the 15. We got a big 2nd down and 4 coming up. Dalton hands off. Mixon with a quick cut. Now he's got the corner, and goodbye. Joe Mixon, just as he did so many times, the Boomer Sooner. He says, yeah, loser. Big time play right there as he got out to the outside, and he was able to show that speed. And once he got that block from Green, it was all over. Just blocking him upfield. Nicely done. And just like that, the Bengals capitalized this time on the good field position with just 1 second to go. Ooh! Carolina got in there, thought maybe they had a chance to block it, but they just ran by instead of diving. So with 1 second to go in the first quarter of the game of the week, of week 3 in the Juice League, it's the Cincinnati Bengals 7 and the Carolina Panthers 0. This one's kicked away in deep and completely out of the end zone. And so they'll bring it out to the 25-yard line, and that's where Carolina will take over for their second drive. Their first drive netted them -2 yards. So the Bengals defense was happy with the way that they played on the opening series, and we'll see if Carolina can open up a little bit of their offense. They were actually showing them at -3, which I still don't understand that because it was clearly 4th down and 12. So here's Cam. Oh! Quickly gets it out. Marshawn Lynch, a little read option play there. They pick up on Cam. Cam's able to get it out to Marshawn. And Marshawn, not exactly the quickest, but he can still make some plays happen. He picks up 4 yards on that play, bringing up a 2nd down and 6. As we end the first quarter of play, it's Cincinnati 7 and Carolina 0. Cam bringing them out. 2nd down and 6. So, 4 yards on first down is nice. Gives you an opportunity to have a chance to maybe get your first down. If you get it. Any good amount of yards right here. Play action fake. Cam gets it over to his fullback. And, it's only good for a yard. So, now 3rd down and 5. So, the offense picked up 4 yards on its first down, and this time only a yard. So the defense wins that 2nd down big time, and now it's 3rd down and 5 for the Panthers coming up. Cam spreads them out. He did a Hulk Hogan pose. He threw his arms up, pointed over. Play clock running down. He gets off the 3. Here's Cam. Oh, he had room to run, but Cam just steps up and he throws it over the middle and it's caught. And it looks like that's more again. That is, it's going to be his 2nd grab of the day, and that's good for their first down. And Iloka was able to tackle him immediately. I was thinking Cam might step up in the pocket and run, but he said, I'll take the completion instead. Don't want to risk a fumble. So for the first time today, we get a first down for the Panthers, and here they come from the 42-yard line. Came a lot of pre-snap reads. Pulls it away from Marshawn, and now, no, it isn't Marshawn. It's the faster back. Not even sure who it is, to be totally honest. It's a 3rd down back. Oh, no, it's C.J. Anderson. So C.J. Anderson makes the catch and gets a big first down right there. So the Panthers starting to use their play action to their ability, pulling out. And, of course, when you got a mobile quarterback like Cam, it definitely does give an opportunity to be able to do things like that. And here's Marshawn. Oh, man, he just doesn't have any legs anymore. Marshawn, no burst. No burst at all, only 2 yards, and he's quickly driven down. So 2nd down and 8. Jefferson with the tackle there on Marshawn. Let's see if Marshawn can maybe get something going before the day is over with. You'd like to see the beast mode get an opportunity to get out and run. But so far, it's been stymied by the Bengals defense. A big 2nd down and 8 coming up. We're just about to reach 4 minutes to go. Cam's got time. Now he steps up. Now he slides. He gives himself up at the 43-yard line, bringing up 3rd down and 6. This is one of those situations where you're like, oh, man, not quite in field goal range if we don't get any yards here. But probably still early, and you'll have to punt the football. Cam lining him up. He taps to change the play. C.J. Anderson's in the backfield this time. Here we go. Cam stepping up. No slide this time until he has the first down. So big time game right there. Cam using what the good Lord gave him, his speed, his power, And he says, I'm getting down, though. I don't want to take a chance of a fumble. He moves the ball to the 33-yard line, and now Carolina's got something going as they move the chains again. So we come up on 3:20 to go in the first half, 7-0, but on the move. And here's Anderson. Oh! He picked up 2 yards. He was hoping that his blocker could hold that a little bit better, but couldn't quite do it. Jefferson's there to make the tackle again, his second tackle on this drive, second tackle in this game. And with 3 minutes to go, the Panthers have now creeped to the 31-yard line. Cam dropping back. He's looking, and now he's taking off, and now he throws it. And it's caught this time. Devin Funchess getting in on the act. It's his first catch of the day, and it brings up a 3rd down and 2. The ball placed at the 25-yard line. So Cam making it happen there with his legs and keeping his head up and being able to find the passer. Here's Cam, and he's looking, and he fires, and he's got, yet again, is it Funchess again? It is. So all of a sudden, Funchess on back-to-back catches. Cam feeling good. He's 6 for 6 for 44 yards, and first down and goal now for Carolina. So a good job by Carolina converting on a couple big 3rd downs on this drive, and they've moved the ball to the 9-yard line now. 2:20 to go in the first half. And for the first time, Carolina gets an opportunity inside the red zone. Cam brings him up to the line. They give it off to Marshawn. Marshawn fights. And there you got to see a little bit of the beast mode right there. He was hit. It looked like maybe like for a yard gain, but because he's so big and strong, he's able to fall forward. And he gets it from the 9 to the 5. So a little 4-yard gain in all reality. As we reach the 2-minute warning here in North Carolina, and we have the Bengals on top, 7-0, but the Panthers driving as they'll have a 2nd down and goal from the 5. Cam lining them up. Tries to give him a jump there. Here's Marshawn. Marshawn fighting, and he's going to be down at the 2. And the Bengals use their first timeout. Big Shug. He's excited. He's 1-1 on his career. And he's got to be happy with the way his team's playing so far. Here's a big 3rd down and 2 situation. Marvin Lewis couldn't cut the kick anymore, so Big Shug, it's your show. Ball at the 2-yard line. 3rd down and goal. Cam making a lot of adjustments to the line to give it back to Marshawn. He is not going to get a single yard. Another timeout by Big Shug. And the Bengals look like they're going to hold them. Field goal opportunity on the way. Kick is good. And Carolina puts themselves on the board. I'm sure it's not what they want. They had a couple shots inside the 2, but could not move the pile at all. So 1 timeout left for Cincinnati. It's now 7-3 Bengals on top of Carolina, coming up with 1:49 to go. So far, it's been the run game that has really helped the Bengals. Although Dalton with a couple completions to Ross on the last drive as well. So some in-game adjustments here being made. Minute 49, here's Dalton. Dalton's had time so far. They haven't been able to get to him with any pressure, really. And picked off by Kuechly. And you know where he's going. To the house. Luke Kuechly creeps into the end zone. And he says, hey, guys, I'm pouring out the porridge. And now we eat. And the Panthers go on top as I get ready to almost open up this Pepsi that I definitely don't want to drink. It is now 9-7 Carolina. The extra point is up and good. And just like that, Dalton makes the killer mistake, and Kuechly capitalizes in a hurry. Carolina has a 10-7 lead with 1:43 to go. And Carolina also gets the football at the half. So now if you're Cincinnati, You got to figure you got one timeout left. You still have a lot of time left. You could get yourself in the field goal range. But if you make another mistake, you could quite possibly seal your own fate right here. So here we go. You got 10-7 after the big pick six by Luke Kuechly. And Carolina leads 10-7 with 1:43 to go in the first half. Dalton, will he shake it all by throwing that pick? Oh, he's dropping back like he's going to pass, and he is. And Mixon runs through one and gets out of bounds, a 9-yard gain. So right now, Big Shug probably telling us guys, we got time to move the ball, but let's not do anything totally crazy. Let's see if we can't get this field goal back and have a tie game at the half. And if you can break one, you break one. So far, Mixon is the offensive weapon. And here he is again. And I talked about breaking one. And he breaks another tackle. And Mixon's so quick down the sideline. 7 carries, 47 yards. And you see a little bit of the power game here as he runs through the tackler. And you definitely saw the speed when he cut the corner. So Joe Mixon off to a great start. And all of a sudden, the Bengals in business as they've taken the ball past midfield and into Carolina territory at the 47-yard line. And they've done it in just 15 seconds. So just like that, boom. Mix in, and now you're all set up. But they better hurry here. They're going to have to use that last timeout. I was like, uh-oh. Dalton lost track of the play clock, and Big Shug says, I didn't. I'll use our final timeout. So the Bengals use that final timeout, but they only need about, realistically, 10 yards to be in field goal range, and still a minute 32. The big thing is that you're almost there in field goal range. You don't want to do anything crazy and prevent yourself from having that opportunity to tie. But at the same time, you don't want to be too conservative either, because the way you're moving the ball, you could possibly put yourself back on top. Far, we haven't heard from AJ Green yet, or Eifert. Dalton, firing and incomplete. That was not a good throw. I know that he was trying to get to the sidelines on the catch, but that was just not a very good pass by Andy. Kuechly's made the big play of the game so far, and that's why Carolina leads 10-7. But Dalton is bringing them out here at 47. A good opportunity. Dalton gets it out quick, and there's Eifert for the first time today. Now you're in field goal range easy. And Dalton says, hey, I like what we just did. I'm bringing us up to the line quickly. Coming up on a minute to go in the first half, 7-10. They use that quick huddle. Now they kind of slow it down, though. They just wanted to get up to the line quick. And Dalton keeps it, and that didn't get anywhere. As Khalil Mack is going to bring him down. He wasn't fooled by that play at all. That's the first time we called Khalil Mack's name, and that brings up second down and 11. And Carolina used a timeout for him, because they're thinking maybe we can get a couple more stops, and we might get a crack at maybe getting the ball back. We pan through the crowd. They're excited today. Nice sellout here. Color rush jerseys on display. Both teams. Got to love that. Here's a big opportunity right here for the Bengals. Let's see what they come up with. They're able to get Eifert involved just a play ago. Can they get AJ Green going on? Dalton, and he's got a lot of room, and he picked up a nice block, and he slides down at the 13-yard line. So he gives himself up at the 13-yard line. And now we're down to 40 seconds to go, but this is a nice little drive here by the Bengals. Inside to Mixon. Blockers. Oh, if he could have just made the one guy miss. But he takes it all the way down to the 3-yard line, brings up second in inches. Remember, no timeout, though, for the Bengals, so here's a big time play. Another inside run. It's Mixon, and he's going to get the first, but time ticking away now. Down to 19 seconds to go in the half. And, the Panthers helped him out. The Panthers called a timeout. Coming up on 18 seconds to go. This is a great drive here by Cincinnati as they look to try to take the lead. No timeouts left. Interesting situation coming up because you are running the ball well. But if you run the ball and you don't get in, tick, 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 you might not get very many more chances to send up the field goal. It's an inside draw, and that doesn't fool anybody. And that's what we talked about right there. So now they got to get up to the line. 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. And that looked really weird. That looked really weird. But with 3 seconds to go, they spiked the ball into the ground. It looked weird. It looked like he just threw it. But they'll use their final timeout, and they're in great position to have the game tied up. So a big-time goal line stand by the Panthers, and the fact that Big Shug had to use that timeout when Dalton lost track of time leads to the Bengals just being able to get a field goal. But they do tie it at 10, and so we've played a half here at North Carolina Stadium, and we have a 2 scores on both sides right now. Both teams were able to get field goals, and both teams were able to get a touchdown, and it's 10-10. So you start the half. If you're Carolina, you probably want to try to use a little bit of clock. But, of course, if you can just get it on one, you get on one. So far, 125-70 total yards. 3 possessions for the Bengals, only 2 for Carolina so far. And here's Marshawn, and down he goes. And I think it was Atkins on that one. And Marshawn, he just doesn't have the burst. That might be what we talk about for the most part of the day when the Panthers are on offense and they give it to Marshawn. He doesn't have that burst. 2 tackles on the day now for Atkins, and with 5:30 to go in the third quarter. We have a 10-10 game, and of course, Carolina's came on a big pick 6 from Luke Kuechly. So far on offense, they just generated a field goal. Cam bringing him up to the line. He has Corey Coleman out there. We haven't heard from him yet. He gets it off here. Here's Anderson. And he's going to get about 4, possibly 5. They're going to put him at 4. It's going to put the ball at the 29-yard line and bring it to big 36. Carolina predicates themselves on being able to run the football, and like I said, it looks like it's going to be something that's going to be pretty difficult to do with Lynch running the football. But of course, the equalizer is always Cam Newton. So Cam brings them up, 3rd down and 6. It's a big down right here. Cam drops back. He's looking. He's firing, and he had more, but he dropped it, and now 4th down and 6. So Moore had a couple catches on the day, and there Cam led him over, but he cannot make the catch. And the score stays 10-10 with 4:39 to go, and the Bengals set to get the football back. The Bengals have put together some nice offensive drive. Here's Samuel. He got a lead block right off the bat. Now he brings it out, and now he cuts inside. And that's about as far as he'll get us to 37. Nice tackle by Jacobs because Samuel is one of those guys. He can make plays in a hurry. Not a bad return, though. So far, Joe Mixon's been the star of this football game. And if not for Kuechly's pick, this game would be still Cincinnati in charge. But that's the greatness of Luke Kuechly. Here's a pitch. Mixon. Oh, he spins through one, and then he's hammered again by Ward, but not until he picks up 9. And that's a great first down play right now. And it continues to be the Joe Mixon show. Dalton has thrown the ball sparingly so far, but when he has thrown it, he's done well. Besides that pick. Big second down and 1 here. Mixon. Oh, he got the lead block right there. And he's just running through people. He's going to be brought down again, but a huge gain. Mixon ripping apart this Carolina defense for 84 yards on the ground already. And like I said, you get to see it. He has power when he's running strong. And he's just super quick. He's elusive too. We haven't really seen so much the elusiveness yet, but we've definitely seen the speed and the power once that he is running downhill. So Dalton brings them up, and they're quickly at the 35-yard line. And again, no real trouble moving the football so far. Play action. Bam! Brought down Julius Peppers. Second time today. Peppers says that was huge. We needed it. Second down and 18. That was a huge sack. Bang! Down goes Dalton. And it couldn't happen at a better time if you're a Panthers fan. Second down and 18 now. They're outside of field goal range after that sack. And now the situation amps up a little bit here. What do you do if you're the Bengals? You just try to get yourself 4 to 5 yards, get yourself back in the field goal range, or how do you play it? Let's see how they play it. We're here in the third quarter, and yet have called A.J. Green's name. Dalton drops back, and he's got Eifert, and this is a nice gain right there. So you've got most of the yards back right there on the underneath drag route, making it now 3rd down and 5 as Eifert gets his second catch of the day, and that's a nice gainer right there. You had 2nd down and 18, and now all of a sudden you have 3rd down, very makeable at 5. Dalton bringing them out here with 2:40 to go in the third quarter. 10-10 matchup. They go play action, and he's sacked again. And this time it's Khalil Mack. So that's a big sack because this is going to make it a very long field goal. 4th down and 13. This kick is hooking and no good. It's going to shake it off the bar. And we stay tied at 10. Great job by Khalil Mack to get the sack to make it a very difficult field goal. And it stays at 10. Carolina to get the football back. Their defense comes up with one big play on the drive. And just like that, an opportunity for the Panthers to perhaps go back ahead. They're also going to get the ball in great field position because of the minutes. But they're taking a long time here. $2:19 to go. Cam drops back. And he fires over the middle, and it's caught, and it's Funches, and that's his 3rd grab of the day. So nothing real. I mean, Cam being very deliberate with the football. Just 56 yards passing, but 8 of 9. And he also probably has close to 20 rushing yards on the ground. So Cam just being proficient right now, moving the Panthers up the field here. They're in Cincinnati territory at the 47. Cam firing, caught, Funches. So just like that, Funches has himself another catch. And they're starting to take advantage over on that side. You gotta wonder if they'll take one of those shots and high point the football to go let Funches do what he does best, and that's go win jump balls. Ball at the 34-yard line here, late in the third quarter, in a 10-10 game, in the game of the week here in the Juice League. Panthers 10, Bengals 10. Cam pulls it out. Cam looking, firing. Olsen falling towards the sideline, puts his feet down. So it's Olsen for the first time today. Nice job. Cam just put some arc on it and let it just hang for a little bit. Little rainbow throw. Olsen set him underneath it. I got to watch my feet. And great job of toe capturing. And he makes a big-time catch in the ball at the 14-yard line. So here come the Panthers with a minute 13 to go in the third. Marshawn, and down he goes. And it's going to be Geno Atkins again. So far, Marshawn just not finding it. Atkins now 3 tackles. We called Burfat's name early. We haven't called it very often. But Geno has 3 tackles from his position. And now, 50 seconds to go in the third quarter of a tie game. Cam brings him up, second down and 11. Big set here, right here they got. Cam's just going to keep it. He drives straight ahead. And he is going to be tackled. And he got a yard. He got a yard on that carry. And the good news is he positioned it pretty much right in the middle of the field. The ball's at the 13-yard line. Coming up on the final plays of the third quarter, just 20 seconds to go, and we're still locked at 10. Cam brings them out. C.J. Anderson goes in motion. Cam looking, and now running and sliding. He gave himself up just shy of the first down, bringing up an interesting fourth down call. Fourth and 1. They can do whatever they want here. They will line up for the field goal. Kick is up. Kick is hooking, but stays inside. And the Panthers do go ahead, 13-10. That was a tough call because you were right there and you've been able to keep drives going with plays with Cam on the ground. But this particular time to say, hey, we're just gonna play it safe and get done what we got to get done. The Panthers know that this is a big time game for them because they've already lost to the Atlanta Falcons in week 2, and the Falcons right now off to a 3-0 start. So you don't want to be 1-2 in this division with the way that Matty Ice and the Falcons are playing. There's a tackle right there by Peppers, and finally they're able to get Mixon in the backfield, bringing up second down and 13. The pitch this time doesn't fool anybody. Mixon's still having a great game, though. 80-plus yards, just like 9 carries. So he's definitely had a great game. But now, with the game locking itself down into these final minutes, will they be able to continue to rely on this running game, or will Carolina say, hey, we'll take away the run game and make Dalton beat us through the air? So 5:20 to go. Second down and 13. It's a 13-10 lead for the Panthers. Dalton dropping back. He's looking, and he quickly throws it over the middle. It gets Green for the first time today. And it looks like it's going to be a short game, but Green shows the athletic talent. He's going to put a hop step and a juke, and he just kept running away, and he gets it all the way out to the 39-yard line of the Bengals. And with 5 minutes to go, a big-time gainer right there as they finally hook up with A.J. Green. It took all the way till the fourth quarter. Got to wonder now if he's got one, if all of a sudden we'll start seeing it go the same way that it did for Funches once he got his first catch. Next thing you knew, he was up to 4 catches. So let's see how this goes. Bernard in the backfield now. Dalton, he's throwing, and he's got Eifert again, and he falls after making the catch. And just like that, down to the Carolina 32. Eifert with his second big catch of the day now. His third catch overall. It's his second big one on the day, though. So the ball is placed at the 32-yard line of Carolina's in a 13-10 game. And since the opening drive, nothing from John Ross. Oh, there's Curtis Samuel making 1 miss. Oh, the former Panther made 1 miss with a juke cut. He's going to pick up 9, be pulled down at the 23-yard line. Big Shug says, I like it. I like it. Got to give Big Shug some credit. Now 2nd down and 1 from the 23. And then they give the Mixon. And he's got blockers. He needs one man to miss. And he can't quite get it. He pointed. He said, can you give me the block? No. But now over the century mark, 101 rushing yards on the day for Mixon. Sets it up. 1st down and goal from the 3-yard line for the Bengals. Coming up on 3:30 to go. Boy, has Mixon been a star today. Dalton brings him up to the line. They're in position to get the tie, but I know they don't want the tie. There's a pitch to Mixon. Block. Cut back inside. Boomer Sooner! 2nd time today. Joe Mixon puts the Bengals back on top. Oh, a little dance. He says, just watch me, guys. Whoop. Whoop. So Mixon into the end zone. This is a big extra point. It is perfect and good, and it's 17-13 Bengals with 3:04 to go. Now, the Panthers have been able to move the football on offense, but they've only come up with field goals. Their one touchdown of the day was a Luke Kuechly pick six that briefly gave them the lead 10-7. But the Bengals have fought back now. They have a 17-13 lead, and here, we thought maybe we had a big return on its way, but no such luck. So down at the 31-yard line. Field goal doesn't get it done. So Cam knows. I mean, if you get in the field goal range and you still got time on the clock and you got your timeouts and you got an opportunity, you can take it and cut it to a 1-point game. But for Cam and company, this could be the final drive to have an opportunity. Cam brings them out. Ball to 31. They give it to Lynch. He stays on his feet after getting hit, but he just 9 carries, 9 yards. And that's not going to get it done. Carolina needs to be able to run the football, and 9 carries and 9 yards and beast mode, not really looking very beastly right now. 2nd down and 12, so you lost 2 yards on your 1st down play. 2:42 to go. Cam brings him up to the line. Ball at the 29-yard line. Basically got to go 71 yards in 2:32. Cam looking. He points to the sky. Cam firing. Wide open over the middle. It's Moore, and he takes it to midfield. A big-time catch. That's his 3rd reception of the day. And DJ Moore has it out to the 50-yard line. They get a playoff before the 2-minute warning. Cam brings them up. They've got time to see if they choose to go that route. They do. It's an inside run. It's Anderson, and he got 3. And there's your 2-minute warning. So C.J. Anderson a little bit more of a burst than Marshawn Lynch. Does move the chains in the right way. 2-minute warning. 47 yards. Is what they're asking Cam Newton to come up with. Cam looking, rolling. Cam hits and thrown down hard, but he's strong and he's able to hold on to the football. Brings up 3rd down and 4. 43 yards to go. 1:48 to go. Game of the week. Juice League. 17-13. Bengals on top of the Panthers. Big time play right here on 3rd and 4. Cam gets everybody set. Pressure. And he's buried for the first time. It's Baker. Now, if you're Carolina, you don't want to use your timeout because even if you don't get 12 yards, you'll still have 3 timeouts to possibly get the football back. That means you got to get up to the line and you got to get quick. 1:21 to go. Cam now needs 52 yards, but he needs 12 right here. And Big Shug says, I want to make sure we got everything set. I'm calling a timeout. So Big Shug telling his defense, guys, this could be it right here. This could be it with the way that we're running the football and our offense is moving. So 17-13 with 1:15 to go. What does Riverboat Gambler Ron Rivera have in store right here on 4th and 12? Cam Newton from the 48-yard line. 52 yards in 1:15. Can Cam do it? He can't do it if he doesn't get 12 here. Cam drops back. He's looking. He's looking. He's looking. He's running. Is he getting 12? No, he's not. He's going to be brought down shy by 3 yards. And 1:08 to go. You still have all your timeouts. So if you are going to have any chance, you have to come up with defensive plays right here. 1:08 to go. Cincinnati in great position to move to 2-1 and drop the Panthers to 1-2 and get a big win on the road. But there's still 1:08. There's still work to do. Dalton taps his shoulders a couple times, a third time, and now he pitches. And Mixon is brought down. Whew, man, I thought he was going to get inside there and off to the races. But a nice tackle right there. 2nd down and 8. So only a 2-yard gain. You're in good position if you're Carolina. That worked out good for you. Would Dalton think about throwing? I don't know. 2nd and 8. Another pitch. Mixon. Can he get by Kuechly? He did. And Luke trying to stay with him. I don't know. Mixon might have got the first. He did. Watch the stutter step. Whoop. And past Kuechly. It doesn't happen often, but they knew the aggressiveness. And then we talked about the power. And you see Rivera says, dang it, man. We had it lapped up. Just a smart run, intelligent running there by Mixon, who's been the star of the game. And with 52 seconds left and only 1 timeout, they could simply just go to the knee. They simply won't. So let's see what happens. You're still giving life here. I mean, with guys like Kuechly and Matt, who could just throw a hit and kill you. But the corner again. Oh, there's a hit there. Yeah, right there, but he holds on to it. 7 more yards on the day for Mixon, who's making a case maybe to be player of the week in the Juice League Week 3. And remember, guys, to tune into the Juice League's homepage and check it out. And, even if you didn't get it, encourage the guys that got it. We got a lot of players in this league that are working hard and doing their best to make big things happen. And so, player of the week, it could very well be Joe Mixon, but if it's not, it could be you. Make sure you tune in and check it out. Also, remember the advance is set to be tonight at 11 o'clock. One more time, Mixon is going to get it inside. Takes it to the 32-yard line, and now with just 40 seconds to go. And anyways, the advance is set to be at 11 o'clock tonight, but we're not against an early advance. If we could get the last 2 games of the week played, we could jump right into Week 4. I'll be making my selection for Game of the Week as soon as I get a chance to look at the schedule. And we can coordinate appropriately and go from there. So 19 seconds to go. Carolina out of timeouts. Cincinnati doesn't have to snap it. They do. And one last hope. There's the tackle right there by TJ Ward. But that's going to do it. 3, 2, 1. And we are done. And the Panthers, Ron Rivera throws down his water bottle. Cam points to his guys and says, hey, man, couldn't get it done. Andy Dalton says, hey, we went on the road. A big win. Keeps us right there with Cincinnati. And for the Panthers, they dropped to 1-2. And to the victors goes the spoilers. And congratulations to Cincinnati and Big Shug. Off to a good start. He's got his team 2-1 through the first 3 weeks of the season. And realistically, that just came down to the Joe Mixon show. That Boomer Sooner boomed in a big way, and they were able to win it 17-13. A very competitive game. Great job by both users, and great job both teams. And sometimes you win them, sometimes you lose them, but you always learn from them, that's for sure. And look at the great job of 140 rushing yards and then 109 through the air as well. Only one takeaway. It was a pick six, and they gave Carolina the lead 10-7, but Cincinnati, unfazed, able to come back, tie it at 10, and then eventually Joe Mixon would cut the end zone for the second time today and give them a 17-13 lead that they would not relinquish. So that's it from Erickson Stadium, or whatever they call it anymore, in Charlotte, North Carolina. It's the Cincinnati Bengals 13 and the Carolina Panthers. No, I'm sorry, Cincinnati 17 and the Carolina Panthers 13. Thanks, guys, and that's a wrap.